Yeah, so a few years ago we did some research with the National Apartment Association and found that we'll need to build 4.6 million apartments by 2030 in order to keep up with demand. And because construction costs are so high, there's a variety of things that need to be done in order to try to get some more units built. So one of the ways that folks have been exploring is this conversion of other types of commercial uses to residential, so office space, retail space. And so we're doing some work with that to determine if that's possible. So one of the probably the biggest challenge is that there's a lot of unknowns when you're using an existing floor plate. You don't know what's going on with the building. If it's historic, there may be some remediation that needs to be done. If it's an office property, there's not a lot of windows typically, which you need a lot of windows for residential. So there's a lot of unknowns that developers have to take into account and have to figure out how to account for that cost-wise and timeline-wise. Sure. So one of the big findings from our research through the Research Foundation with the Urban Land Institute is that it really is a one-off situation for each project. You really have to look at it on an individual project basis to figure out what's going to work. But one thing that comes through the research findings, which takes a bit of a case study approach, is that there really are a lot of different scenarios. We have a small warehouse in the south that had, I believe, 10 or 12 units that was converted, and then we also have skyscrapers that were former retail spaces in LA that were reused as well. So it's possible to do this at different scales. It's just it really is an individual project by project situation.